Hola, you're dreaming to purchase a property in Spain? I can help you. I'm Benny with Spain Easy, and today I want to guide you step by step in a property purchase in Spain. So the very first step you need to make is to get an NIE. An NIE is basically your fiscal number in Spain. This is a number for foreigner, Número de Identidad de Extranjero. So basically that number you can get two ways. The first way is to get it in the Spanish consulate. The problem is in the Spanish consulate in the United States, there are only 8 of them. So if you were to live, like for instance, in Georgia or in other states that are a little bit far, it means you will have to take a flight. It also means you have to make an appointment. And just so you know, every consulate is different. Some work, basically they have an appointment system like New York, but other you have to reach them by mail and it may take a while. So that whole process may take several months because you do have to fly there and you do have to get connected with a specific consulate. When you work with us, we'll do it remotely. So basically, you'll get a power of attorney that you can also do remote. And within a few weeks, 2 to 3 weeks maximum, I'll get you an NIE from the comfort of your own home. After you get the NIE, the second step is doing the visit. So basically, because we're a house hunter, we are not looking for properties that are just in our catalog. Basically, we have access to all the property within Spain. So we'll search property according to your criteria and what you desire the most. Once we do the visit, we need to make sure that the visits, of course, match the property listing. Sometimes we have bad surprises when it comes to pictures that don't match really the listing, and that happens also in the United States. So when you work with us, we'll make sure we'll do videos or videos that we can send to you, or we can also do live visits, so you can do it with us. After we selected all those properties, you can come here in Spain and we'll have a schedule of many properties you've pre-selected and we'll go together. Of course, we'll do the translation because I speak Spanish, of course. And so if you have questions, we can ask questions to the agent and I can also answer them and vice versa. Very important also, because if you do not speak Spanish, it'll be a little tricky, you know. A very, very important aspect of a service before we go to contract is the lawyer aspect, so the legal checks. Those are a crucial part of a service because in Spain things are very different and we need to check everything. The 3 major things that our lawyer will check for you are, the first one is it the right name on the deed? Make sure it's the rightful seller. The second one is, are all the building permitted? So basically, if that applies to a lot of single family home, somebody wanted to build a kitchen outside or a swimming pool, they were not allowed because they didn't have the permit. You as a new buyer will have to pay for those permits. That can be pricey. And the third one is the debt. Are there any leftover debt on the property, or are there any unleft HOA debt? And in that case, you will also have to pay it as a new buyer. So in order to avoid all those bad surprises, we will check everything for you. So it's very, very important. I cannot stress it enough that it's very important to get a lawyer. That's it. You found your dream property. It's time to sign the contract. And so the first contract to sign is the reserva. The reserva is a contract you'll sign. It's about 2,000 to 5,000 euros. So the seller then will stop the visit. A couple of weeks after is contrato de arras. So that's when you sign the contract and you pay the 10%. So basically, you have to make sure you want that property, because the thing is, if you want to back out, you will lose those 10%. So it's very important to know. But it's also penitentiary, meaning that it's fine induced, meaning that if the seller refuses to sell to you as a new buyer, he will have to pay twice 10%. So you won't have the property, but you make some money in between, which I don't recommend. But of course, you want to get that property, and of course, you don't want the seller to back down. But I think it protects you as a new buyer to have sellers that are sellers and being like, oh, I don't want to buy. When it comes to visa, when you're a European citizen, you can move freely here in Europe. When you're from the United States, you do need a visa. And so the 3 most used visa are, the first one is a non-lucrative visa. If you wish to retire here in Spain and not work, of course, you can do that visa. You need to prove that you have a certain amount on a bank account, and then you can renew that visa. So that visa is available for 1 year, and then you can renew it every 2 years after that. Most people use that visa to retire here. The second visa is a digital nomad visa. It's a newer kind of visa where people who work from a computer and work from home can use that visa also. It will allow you to work here in Spain on the computer. And the third one is a golden visa. So with the golden visa, you will be allowed to work here in Spain with a capital of 500,000 in cash. You'll be able to do a loan on top of that, and then buy a property, and you'll be able to work fully here. And after a while, you'll also have access to free healthcare, which is a plus, especially coming from the United States. You know how much that is. When it comes to mortgages, there are a few ways you can get it. Yes, you can get a mortgage in Spain. So basically, if you own a property already in the United States, you can do as a collateral, as an insurance of your new mortgage. They will lend you up to 70%. Usually, most people put 50% down. So when it comes to property purchase, you also have to include the closing costs. So they are about 15%. You have the taxes, the property purchase taxes for buying the property, which are called VAT, which are about 10%. And again, it depends on the community you live in. For instance, Valencia is 10%, but then Madrid could be 8%. And then it really depends, like it could change from one community to another. And then you also have to add the notary fee, which is about 2,500 euros. And then you also have to add the commission fee. So everything together is about 15%. Those closing costs cannot be put on a loan. So you have to also have the cash for the closing costs. So basically, let's say you want to put 50% down and then you have to have 15%. So let's say you put 65% down and you can have a loan of 35%. For the mortgages, you can get a loan from the United States, or you can get a loan from Spain. If you wanted to get a loan from Spain, basically you need to show that you have equity. Means that you have a property, for instance, that's paid for or close to be paid for, and then you'll be able to get a loan here. Basically, the mortgage broker wants an insurance that you'll pay, of course, the mortgage. The day arrived when you get the keys, and so that is when we get to the notary. The notary will sign all the final deeds, the final paperwork, will give you the key. We will be here also to make sure that everything is translated and you have no question remaining. Also, when you get the property, we will be in charge of putting your water and your electricity under the new name. So our job doesn't stop when you get the key. Our job is all the way for you to be fully set up. And also, after you bought the property and after everything is settled, if you have any question, we'd love to help and give you any recommendation or referrals you'd love. Also, because we connected with many professionals, if you'd like some recommendation, we're here to help. Our job doesn't stop when you get the key. If you need referrals, or if you have any question, we also love to help and give you all the information and professional referrals we have. The reason why we created that service is because here in Spain, it can get a little complicated if you don't know the language, you don't know the laws, and you're not here. So basically, we are here as your representative, and we do all the work that will save you time and money. Because if you come here and you have to take flights, or you got to hire a translator, or you got to hire a lawyer. Basically, we have the whole package where we have everything here on staff, make it very easy for you. And that's why we are named Spain Easy. That's for that reason. In the package we offer, we do the NIA remote, we'll do all translation, we'll do visits, we open a bank account, we do all the electricity and water change of owner, and we provide all the referrals you need. We love to go the extra mile to make sure our customers are super happy and enjoy their new life in Spain. So if you have any questions, please give me a call. I'd love to help. Hasta luego!